Welcome back, movie lovers. In a world where LGBTQ+ stories are finally getting their deserved place on screen, some gems still hide in the shadows, waiting for you to discover them. You've heard of mainstream successes like Moonlight, Brokeback Mountain, and Call Me by Your Name. But what about the equally powerful, heartwarming, and groundbreaking films that didn't make it to Hollywood blockbusters? From hidden indie gems to stunning international cinema, today's countdown brings you 10 must-watch gay movies that deserve the spotlight. Whether you're a lover of emotional drama, charming romances, or coming-of-age tales, this list has something for you. Grab some popcorn, settle in, and let's dive into some of the most underrated LGBTQ+ films that are sure to touch your heart and expand your watch list. Don't forget to stick around to discover number 1. It's an absolute masterpiece. Number 10, Pride.
When you're in a battle against an enemy so much bigger, so much stronger than you, but to find out you had a friend you never knew existed, well, that's the best feeling in the world.
What I was told about lesbians can't be true, can it? You're all vegetarians.
Kicking off our list at number 10 is the British gem Pride, a film that proves unity and love can transcend even the most unlikely of barriers. Released in 2014 and based on a true story, Pride takes us back to the gritty days of 1984, when the UK faced a massive miners' strike. But this isn't just a story about coal or conflict, it's about humanity, solidarity, and one incredible alliance between two marginalized groups, the LGBTQ+ community and striking miners. The film follows a group of gay and lesbian activists in London who decide to support the striking miners in a small Welsh town. Initially, the idea seems absurd. Why would miners accept help from a group they barely understand? But as friendships form and prejudices are challenged, the story blossoms into something heartwarming and inspiring. Despite its universal praise and multiple award nominations, Pride flew under the radar for many viewers outside the UK. What sets this movie apart is its masterful balance of humor, politics, and heartfelt emotion. It's a rare film that can make you laugh one moment and cry the next. The performances, particularly by Bill Nighy, Imelda Staunton, and George McKay, are outstanding. Pride reminds us that when people come together, despite their differences, real change can happen. It's an uplifting story with a timeless message, something we need now more than ever. Number 9, Nina's Heavenly Delights.
Get ready for a romantic feast rich with the taste of life, love, and spices.
Well, that's better.
Coming in at number 9, we have Nina's Heavenly Delights, a romantic comedy that serves up a feast of love, culture, and delicious food. If you're a fan of charming feel-good movies, this one will win you over. When Nina, a young Scottish Indian woman, returns home after her father's passing, she discovers that their family's beloved restaurant is struggling. Determined to save it, she enters a high-stakes cooking competition. But there's a twist. Her partner in this culinary challenge is none other than Lisa, a vibrant and talented woman with whom she begins to develop romantic feelings. This film beautifully weaves themes of identity, family expectations, and love into a lighthearted yet meaningful story. The blend of Indian culture, delicious food, and a tender LGBTQ+ romance makes Nina's Heavenly Delights a refreshing watch. Released in 2006, the film didn't receive widespread international recognition, but it remains a true indie delight for anyone craving uplifting queer representation. It's a celebration of love, both for others and for your roots. Number 8, Rafiki.
I wish this was real.
I see the way you look at her, and it's sick.
At number 8 is Rafiki, a groundbreaking film from Kenya that made waves across the world for its courage and beauty. Directed by Wanuri Kahiu, Rafiki tells the story of two young women, Kina and Ziki, who fall in love in a society that refuses to accept them. Kena and Ziki are daughters of political rivals living in a conservative Kenyan community. Their relationship blossoms in secret, offering them brief moments of happiness, freedom, and love. But when their romance is discovered, the consequences are devastating. Rafiki was initially banned in Kenya for promoting homosexuality, but it gained international recognition for its bravery. It was the first Kenyan film to premiere at the Cannes Film Festival, and its vibrant colors, tender storytelling, and strong performances make it unforgettable. With themes of identity, love, and societal change, Rafiki is more than just a love story. It's a symbol of resilience and hope. Number 7, Shelter.
I hear you've been hanging hanging out with Sean. You know about him, right?
What about him?
Next on our list at number 7 is Shelter, a quiet, soulful drama often described as the gay notebook. This 2007 indie gem captures the heart with its simplicity, sincerity, and stunning backdrop of California's coastline. Shelter follows Zach, an aspiring artist in his early 20s, stuck in a cycle of family responsibilities and unfulfilled dreams. He spends his days helping his sister and caring for his nephew while putting his own ambitions on hold. But everything changes when Sean, his best friend's older brother, returns home. As their friendship deepens, Zach discovers feelings he's never fully embraced before. Their relationship is tender and gradual, built on mutual trust and shared vulnerability. But as Zach falls for Sean, he also wrestles with his family's expectations and his own identity. What makes Shelter so relatable is its exploration of themes like sacrifice, self-discovery, and love. Zach's journey symbolizes the universal struggle of choosing between what's expected of us and what truly makes us happy. The surf scenes serve as a metaphor for freedom and release, breaking away from life's constraints. Shelter received high praise for its natural performances and heartfelt storytelling. Fans loved how the film avoided cliches and portrayed a gay romance with warmth and honesty. Critics called it a small film with a big heart. Despite its low-budget origins, Shelter remains a fan favorite and holds a strong 7.7 rating on IMDb. This film proves you don't need a massive budget or dramatic plot twists to create something beautiful. Shelter is about life's quiet moments, the ones where you find love, acceptance, and yourself. Number 6, The Way He Looks.
And no one knows me, I'm where I'm feeling cause I'm
At number 6, we travel to Brazil with The Way He Looks, a gentle coming-of-age film that will melt your heart. Directed by Daniel Ribeiro, this 2014 masterpiece gives us a fresh and touching story of love, friendship, and identity. The film centers on Leo, a blind teenager longing for independence and a life of his own. His days revolve around school and his loyal best friend Giovanna. Everything changes when Gabriel, a new student, arrives. As the trio spends time together, Leo begins to fall for Gabriel, an experience that awakens new feelings and challenges. What sets The Way He Looks apart is its delicate portrayal of teenage love without overdramatization. It's a rare film where disability, friendship, and LGBTQ+ themes are handled with incredible care and positivity. Number 5, Weekend.
I saw you in the club, and I thought you were out of my league or whatever. And yeah, we came back here, didn't we? And then you kissed me. Like you said, you took my shirt off.
Coming in at number 5 is Weekend, a film that reminds us that sometimes the most meaningful connections happen in the shortest moments. Directed by Andrew Hay, this 2011 British indie masterpiece unfolds over just 48 hours, but it leaves an impact that feels timeless. Weekend introduces us to Russell, a quiet and reserved lifeguard living a seemingly ordinary life. On a Friday night, he heads to a gay bar where he meets Glenn, a free-spirited and outspoken art student. What starts as a casual hookup transforms into something more, something deeper. Over the next 2 days, Russell and Glenn spend time together, talking about their pasts, their fears, and their dreams. Through conversations filled with unfiltered honesty, their brief encounter becomes a transformative experience. Weekend explores the beauty of fleeting moments. Glenn is leaving for America, and the two know their time together is limited. But instead of diminishing their connection, this impermanence makes it even more meaningful. It's also a story about identity and authenticity. Glenn is unafraid to confront society's judgment, while Russell is still learning to fully embrace himself. Their conversations touch on themes of shame, societal pressure, and the courage it takes to be seen. Andrew Hay's minimalist direction gives Weekend an intimate, almost documentary-like feel. Shot on a small budget with natural lighting and handheld cameras, the film's realism makes every moment feel raw and personal. Critics praised Weekend for its quiet power. The Guardian called it quietly revolutionary, and it holds an impressive 95% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It may be subtle, but its emotional resonance is unforgettable. If you've ever experienced a fleeting connection that left a permanent mark, Weekend will speak directly to your soul. Number 4, Summerstorm.
Anders. Das überfordert mich echt total.
At number 4, we have Summerstorm, a German coming-of-age film that beautifully captures the confusion, longing, and self-acceptance of teenage life. Released in 2004 and directed by Marco Kreutzpaintner, this poignant drama is a must-watch. The film follows Toby, a talented teenage rowing athlete and the team's leader. Toby shares a close bond with his best friend Akim, but as the summer rowing camp begins, Toby starts to confront feelings he's long kept hidden, feelings for Akim. The arrival of another team, composed of openly gay rowers, forces Toby to face his own struggles with identity. The film becomes a storm of emotions as Toby wrestles with jealousy, self-doubt, and his growing awareness of who he is. Summerstorm is more than just a coming-out story. It's a raw and honest exploration of adolescence, friendship, betrayal, and the struggle to accept oneself in the face of societal expectations. The summer camp setting reflects the metaphorical storm Toby faces, his emotions bubbling under the surface before inevitably erupting. The film's ending doesn't promise perfect resolution, but it offers hope and growth. When Summerstorm was released, it broke new ground in German cinema for its honest portrayal of teenage sexuality. Its raw, empathetic storytelling resonated with audiences, offering representation to LGBTQ plus youth struggling to find their voice. With stunning performances and breathtaking cinematography, Summerstorm is a bittersweet gem that feels timeless. Number 3, My Beautiful Laundrette.
A partnership of young entrepreneurs.
A laundrette as big as the Ritz. Oh yeah.
Taking the third spot is My Beautiful Laundrette, a groundbreaking 1985 film that combines love, politics, and social commentary into one unforgettable story. Directed by Stephen Frears and written by Hanif Qureshi, this film was revolutionary for its time. Set in 1980s Thatcher-era London, the film tells the story of Omar, a young Pakistani-British man trying to make a life for himself. Omar takes over his uncle's rundown laundromat, determined to turn it into a thriving business. He's soon joined by Johnny, a rebellious white punk, and Omar's former school friend. As they work together, their friendship rekindles, and a tender romance blossoms. My Beautiful Laundrette tackles themes of class, race, and sexuality with unflinching honesty. The laundromat becomes a symbol of transformation, not just for Omar and Johnny's relationship, but also for their place in a divided society. The film was groundbreaking in its portrayal of an interracial gay relationship at a time when such stories were rarely seen on screen. It also critiques the economic disparities and racial tensions of 1980s Britain. My Beautiful Laundrette received widespread acclaim, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Screenplay. Daniel Day-Lewis's performance as Johnny is iconic, cementing his status as a brilliant actor. 30 years later, this film remains a powerful and relevant commentary on love and society. Number 2, Tomboy.
T'es nouveau? Moi, on est arrivé hier. Moi, c'est Lisa. J'habite ici. Michael. Je m'appelle Michael.
At number 2, we have Tomboy, a French masterpiece directed by Céline Sciamma. This delicate and beautifully crafted film explores gender identity through the innocent yet complex lens of childhood. The film follows Laure, a 10-year-old who moves to a new neighborhood during the summer. When Laure meets a group of kids, they assume she's a boy, and she introduces herself as Mikkel. As the summer progresses, Laure navigates friendships, games, and the joy of being Mikkel. But the closer she gets to her new friends, the harder it becomes to keep her secret. Tomboy is a quiet, poignant film about identity, innocence, and the fluidity of gender. Sciamma's direction captures childhood with authenticity, reminding us how fragile yet resilient young identities can be. Critics praise Tomboy for its sensitivity and natural performances, particularly Zoe Heron's portrayal of Laure. It remains a landmark film for LGBTQ plus youth representation. Number 1, Heartstone.
Oh! Titta! Oj, han är som min! Ut och filar!
And finally, our number 1 pick, Heartstone. Directed by Gudmundur Arnar Gudmundsson, this Icelandic coming-of-age drama is as stunning as its backdrop. The film follows Thor and Christian, 2 teenage boys growing up in a remote fishing village. While Thor pursues a local girl, Christian begins to realize he has feelings for Thor. Heartstone is a raw and emotional story of friendship, identity, and the struggles of growing up in isolation. It's a film that captures the complexities of love, rejection, and acceptance. And there you have it, 5 hidden gem gay movies that deserve a spot on your watch list. Each film offers a unique perspective on love, identity, and resilience. Whether you're looking for tender romances, coming-of-age tales, or powerful dramas, these films have something to say. If you enjoyed this list, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thoughtful recommendations. Until next time, happy watching.